Hey, I'm Laura, and this year I'll be attempting a through hike of the Pacific Crest Trail. This is my very first attempt at anything near this large. I have not hiked any other large hikes, so total newbie. I do have my pack here to go over my gear loadout, and just forewarning, this is not ultralight by any means. I've done my best on the top 3 items, the big 3, to keep those light, but I do have a lot of luxury items, and I think it will be really interesting to see what ends up making it all the way with me and what I decide is not worth carrying around. Total base weight without consumable items is somewhere around 15 pounds. We'll see how that goes. All right, so to dive right in, my hip belt pockets, got a little wallet, hair tie, inhaler, more hair ties, bobby pins, and a little pocket knife. This is one of the things that I'm not really sure if it will be that useful, but I think it's worth carrying around to find out. On the other side, I've got a Carmex with SPF, sunscreen, and then a baby Vaseline. This also might be overkill since I already have the Carmex, but I'm thinking this might be useful if I have any chafing problems. On the pack itself, I've got an InReach Mini 2 from Garmin. And then I do have a little pepper spray attached, just for a little peace of mind. My pack is the REI Flash 55, and I've taken the brain off. I know, it looks pretty large, so like I said, we'll see what all makes it all the way with me. Okay, here is my first aid kit. I've got a handful of some different medicine in here, some water purification tablets in case needed. I've got KT tape, a Mylar blanket just in case, and some bandages and other just basic first aid supplies. I do have a pocket guide to the first section of the PCT just in case as well. And then the Platypus Quick Draw as my water filter. Right, 2 more luxury items coming out here. We've got the Nemo sit pad, so when I'm taking a break for lunch or just stretching out, I can have a comfy place to sit. And then I also got some Zero camp shoes. They're light. I will say they're not as light as I thought that they would be, so I'm still going to carry them. I think I'll really enjoy having these at the end of the day, as well as for any river crossings. But again, just one of those things that we'll see how it goes. I've got a Mountain Hardwear kind of shell jacket. It's very light. It's really just more of a wind barrier. I tend to get cold easily, so that's probably one of the things that you'll see. I'm going to try to be really prepared and not be uncomfortably cold. And then I've got my Petzl Tactica Core headlamp. Alright, so that's it for the front. Also got a Kula cloth here on the side, which is better known as like a pee rag. I have not used one before, but people swear by these, so we're gonna see how it goes. Another luxury item, I've got a cork massage ball, so that at the end of the day, I can massage out my muscles. And then the last thing on the outside of my bag is the bathroom kit. So I've got a lightweight trowel in here. I have a little backpacker bidet that can be attached to a water bottle, hand sanitizer spray, and a blacked out smelly proof bag for packing anything out. All right. got the Jetboil Stash as my stove system. I do like having a hot coffee in the morning and actual like warm food at the end of the day, so I think this luxury will stick with me, I'm almost positive. But I do already have my fuel canister in here, and then the little stove actually sits right in there as well. I have a Z-Packs food bag. This is the large. And in here, I've got some more smelly proof bags for packing up trash, a long spork, lighter, and then a little mug. There we go. This is my electronics bag. It is easily the heaviest thing in here, aside from, I mean, it contends right there with my tent probably. I've got a 10,000 milliamp hour battery bank, so that is the heaviest thing in here, but it will allow me to charge my phone, my InReach, my DJI Pocket, which is recording this video right now, whenever needed. And then I've also got a charging block and some cords in here. Normally the DJI would also go in here when I'm not using it. Here is my little toiletries bag. I probably have more than some in this category. I've got some body wipes, these little porta wipes that are like coin size, and when you get water on them, they fold out into a large wipe. A travel toothbrush, some face wash and soap, a little thing of moisturizer, and the insert from a hairbrush. Of course, toothpaste as well, and I'm probably gonna get judged for this. We'll see if it makes it very far, but I did get a little bitty deodorant to take with me just because I feel like that will make me feel like I'm cleaner. But we'll see. Lots of question marks on here. I don't know if I'll end up carrying it. All right, let's see. This is where a lot of the size of my backpack comes from. I'm not using a compression sack for my sleeping bag or for my clothing. It could be compressed down smaller, but I think that I want it to be able to air out. We'll see again. But here's a dry sack with all of my stuff in it. So we'll get to this. This is my clothing bag. But in here is an Enlightened Equipment quilt. I did go with a 10 degree just because I do sleep cold and I really don't want to be cold if I can help it. That is in there. And then this stuff sack or dry bag can also be used as a pump for my sleeping pad. Okay, in the clothing, this is an area that I know I'm probably overpacking on. So let me know in the comments if you see anything that you think might be totally unnecessary. But also, you know, I'm fine with starting with these things, and if I find they don't serve me, I can get rid of them as I go and send them back, send them home. So I've got a super light kind of air mesh hoodie from Mountain Hardwear. This will be my mid layer. Pair of socks. I've got a buff here for my hair or face if I need sun cover. These are some underwear, which I'm bringing a couple pairs of because they're tiny and I think that's just nice to have. So nice to have clean underwear. I've also got a pair of icebreaker leggings for a base layer to sleep in. This is a Columbia rain jacket, by no means light, like ultralight, but it's pretty light, so something that I'll be testing as well. And then my Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisper hoodie. Okay, stakes. My tent is the Nimbus 2 from Mountain Hardware as well. I've got a Pariah Outdoors sleep pad. So this is the Recharge Ultralight. I did get the full length one just because there was a shorter version that was maybe like 2 ounces lighter. But I saw a lot of people complaining about the fact that they wish they would have just gone with the longer one so they had the insulation all the way across their body. I figure worth the couple ounces. Right. And then this again is kind of large but is very light, is a Nemo Philo pillow. So it's part foam and then also gets aired up. Just because I really want to sleep well if I can help it. And the final thing in here, I've got 2 CNOC 2-liter bladders to be able to use whenever I'm filling up water. Alrighty. So that is it. Looking at it, it is a little overwhelming. Does feel like maybe a bit too much, but I'm sure once I get into it, I will find things that aren't worth carrying along. But for now, I've done my test hikes with my bag as is, and I'm really happy with, you know, the weight of it. It's not too heavy. The pack carries really well. So yeah, we'll see once I start adding a bunch of water and food. But honestly, looking at the state of things right now in California, I'm not terribly concerned about having crazy water carries. I think there will be quite a bit of water for me to get to fill up on frequently, so I don't have to do anything too crazy like people have had to in the past, you know, carrying 6 liters plus. But yeah, again, this is my first thru hike, so I'm super excited. I'll be heading out in a couple weeks, and I invite you to follow my journey on our channel here in YouTube. If you are interested at all, I would love if you'd hit that subscribe button and you can stay up to date on my sections as I go. I haven't quite decided yet how often I'll be posting, but I will do more frequent, shorter videos as compared to a longer, just one video at the end. So you will hear from me more often. Alrighty, well, I'm going to get ready. I have my final shakedown hike happening later today. So I'm gonna pack this bag up and I will see you when I'm out at the trail. Thanks.